Bad reviews could potentially wreck your business, and Google isn't interested. That was what I was told when I was speaking to a business owner recently who experienced just that. He said there he was, business was doing quite well, then suddenly bam, 1-star review, 1-star review, 1-star review. He was receiving fake reviews from a competitor. He had no idea who the person was. Does that sound familiar to you? Well, today I'm going to show you 10 ways in which you can spot fake reviews, the easiest way to get rid of them, and while I was filming this, actually I got rid of one in under 10 minutes, and the safest way you can protect your business today. Along with at the end an amazing little trick that I've learned that helps you identify who's behind the fake review. So look out for that later in the video. But first we need to understand, why do fake reviews happen? So it might be obvious really that people base their decision making on what they read, on reviews from real people. So you'd expect Google to have this absolutely nailed, bearing in mind that the majority of people will go to Google Maps to do a search on a business before they make a purchase decision. So why do fake reviews happen? Well, online reviews are in effect a word of mouth. It's like your neighbour saying they recommend somewhere to go to eat, or something that they've used as a service they'd recommend. That's how reviews now work. And yet it's estimated that 10% of reviews out there aren't actually trustworthy reviews, they're fake reviews. And if you do a quick search online, you'll see there are plenty of businesses offering fake reviews for as little as $1 for each fake review. So fake reviews are big business in themselves because there's a recognition that they make business. In effect, every review is like a ranking factor from a human perspective. But here's the scary part, that fake reviews aren't just bad reviews, they can actually destroy a business altogether. How would that work? Well, a sneaky competitor sees that maybe you're ranking better than he is, taking some of the business that he can't get, so he employs someone to send loads of fake 1-star reviews to your business, which brings your average reviews down. And then what he does is he also employs someone to give him lots of 5-star reviews, putting his ranking up. Now, it's not as simple as that, and that's the good thing is that ranking factors on Google Business Profile has lots of other elements too. But the human factor is if you see a business that's got a low average review and one that's got a high average review, you're more likely to go with the one with a higher review. And so that's why you need to spot these fake reviews immediately and then know what to do to get rid of them. So let's take these 10 ways in which you can spot a fake review easily. And before I forget, before you respond to the review, don't do that. Leave the review there for a moment. Let's just go through these 10 first. We'll handle how you deal with the review after these 10. So number 1 is just look at the number of reviews. So often you need to go into the profile itself of the reviewer. So you just click on their icon and just see how many reviews are they given. Is it just one review? Is there several reviews? Look at the geography of the places they're reviewing as well, and just see where they're based. And those sometimes just give you clues as to maybe a red flag's needed here. The second thing to look for is, is the review actually been given the same day that the account was set up? So again, look at the review, how long has it been there for? How long has the account profile been there for? Number 3 is the name of the person familiar to you? So if it's a person you know you've done business with, then it's not a fake review, it's a genuine 1-star review. That's a different matter. So look at the name of the person, look at the picture as well. Do they look like people you've done business with? Then check for your accounts just to see, have you done business with this person? If you have, it's a legitimate poor review. The 4th way to identify a fake review is it overly exaggerated? So for example, they say it's a great service, fantastic service, if it's a 5-star. If it's a 1-star, they go, it's a terrible experience. Then not giving any detail either is a clue as to whether or not that's a genuine review. In fact, if they give photographs, that normally implies that it's okay. So photographs are quite good evidence of genuine reviews. Number 5, just a lack of personalisation. It's clear they don't know your business, they don't know what they're talking about, they don't know your name, they don't know the staff members that you're dealing with, their names. You can just tell it's a very generic one that is just vaguely being formed to give a bad review. In effect, it has no personal touch in the review itself. Number 6, what about the timing of the reviews? If you get 7 or 8 or 9 all coming in at once and they're all 1 star, then those in themselves give a suspicious idea that it's fake reviews. Because in effect, it's a coordinated fake review attack. Someone's paid for 10 and maybe 6 or 7 have come through, because many of the fake reviews do get picked up by Google through their filters. Number 7, just look again at the profile. Does it have a picture of a real person, or does it just have a color? So if it's a colored circle with a letter in, say their name's John, you'll get a J in a purple circle, say for example. That in itself could imply it's a fake review. It doesn't always mean it is, but it just means they haven't set up a profile, they haven't put a picture. Obviously putting a picture tends to give a bit more of a personal understanding of the person itself, a profile. It takes time to set up as well. So there is a chance that if it doesn't have a picture, it could be a fake review. Number 8, if you go into their reviews, look at their other reviews. Do they repeat the same phrases again and again and again? Is it just a copy and a paste? Well, number 9, a way to check if someone's a fake review is if you do reply to it, which you might have to do in the future. When you reply, do they then respond back? If it's a genuine review, they'll probably respond. And of course, you'll try and professionally put things right with them. But if it's a case of they're a fake review, they won't reply to it. And number 10, I would say you can spot fake reviews because they always fall into 2 categories. They're either 1 star or they're 5 star, because they're trying to achieve something. They're either trying to achieve an increase in rankings or a decrease in a competitor's rankings. So you won't normally get a 3 or 4 star review from a fake review because it doesn't really achieve what they're intending to achieve. So I think you can see that Google really needs to amend this. So if you've got any thoughts about what Google should be doing about reviews, put them in the comments below. But I think others say that if you look at eBay, there you have to make a purchase to then leave a review. And there are other ways to get reviews so they're a bit more legitimate when a business takes place, when a transaction takes place. So Google does need to do something about this. And maybe the more people that talk about it, the more likely Google will make those changes. And I studied the impact of what's happening to businesses and put together then some solutions in a 75-minute workshop. So if you really want to understand reviews and how you can increase your average and how you can get reviews to come flying in far easier than perhaps what it is at the moment for you, then you need to head over to my workshop, which I'll put a link in the description below a bit later. But the most important part to this video really is how do you deal when you get a fake review? And that's what we're going to look at now. And there's a really easy solution to handle this. In fact, there's 2 things you can do. And as an example, I've got a fake review. Now this review actually is a bit strange because I did a whole video about how I tried to remove it and I wasn't successful. Now I'll give you a link to that video a bit later in this video. But this review is not a fake review deliberately. It seems that someone's just written about dog walking and they've done it on my business and it just isn't relating to my business. It's a 5-star review, so some would just say keep it. But actually, because it shows in my pack, in my right-hand side when you do a search, then actually I don't really feel that helps my business at all. So I've tried to remove it a few times, I've tried to flag it, but now I'm going to report it. I'm going to show you how this works. So I look at the profile, I don't know the person, and I can see that they're based in Ireland, so it's not really relevant. Doesn't look like they've been local for a long time. So I think there's been some type of mistake, which is fine. So I'm just going to get it removed. So I haven't responded to, well, I did respond to it originally and didn't get a response back. So there are 2 ways to go about this. First of all, you can just go to the review, find the 3 dots, then click on report review, and there you get the report review section come up. So it's off topic or spam or conflict of interest, profanity, bullying or harassment, discrimination or hate speech, personal information or not helpful. So in my case, I think it's just off topic. So I'm going to put off topic and I'll then see what Google has to say about it. But there is a second way. You can just go straight to this and you can then do it by looking through to, if you manage several businesses, you can then go through a slightly different way, but it takes you to the same place really. And that's a link I'll put down below for this workflow. And there you can then just pick again which one it is, which particular review it is that you want to report. So I'm going to put here that it's off topic and then see what happens. Now, I would say that if you've got persistence and if you get others to report it too, normally if you get 3 to report it on the same type of topic, I've seen some good success with that in the past. Now, it can take weeks to happen, but interestingly, while I was writing this script and filming this, I actually got an email back, and then I got another email just a few minutes later to say they removed it. So that's quite remarkable. So in under 10 minutes, right while I was making this video, it actually got removed, which is great to see. So it shows that Google is taking it seriously, and it does seem to be responding at the moment, as I speak, to reviews that are being reported. So that's great news. But there are 3 more things I just wanted to share with you. One is that workshop will skyrocket your reviews. So if you need to get your reviews up, there's some really good tips in there. It's just a really easy workshop to follow. So I'll put the link down below. So head over to that if you haven't done so already. That'll get you some really positive reviews very quickly and easily from your clients. But my favorite 2 tricks are these. So what you need to do is, if you want to identify who's behind this fake review, or how have they gone about it, or is it a genuine customer and I just don't recognize them because the image is so small, then these tricks are going to help you. Go to their business profile in your browser. So I'm using Chrome, which seems to work really well. And then right click on the person's photo. So you're in their profile, right click on their profile and open it in a new window. So right click, open a new window. And there you'll see in the URL at the top that it's got a long string, and it mentions there 60 by 60 at some point. So it'll say something like S equals W60-H60. That means show their image in a 60 by 60 pixel square. So that's what it does. But you can change that quite easily. All you need to do is just put the 60s into 600, so just add 2 zeros on the end, so it's W600 minus H600, and that will give you a width and a height of 600 now, and now you can see who it is. And the advantage of that is it may be someone you do recognise, it may be a genuine review. Now if it's a fake review, the image might be clearer that it's fake. Is it AI? Is it just a case of someone's using someone else's information, someone else's profile? Well, if you don't recognise the person, here's the next thing, the next trick you want to try. And this only works if you've got the large image up. So you don't do this on a small image, it won't work. But right click it now with this large image. And what you can now do is go to Google Lens. And Google Lens will find its source. It will find also where it occurs on the internet. So now if I go right click and I then do Google Lens, I can now see this person. Are they on IMDb? Are they on Pinterest? Are they on Facebook? What's actually happening is with fake reviews, what they'll do is they'll grab an image somewhere else on the web. Someone that's unsuspecting, maybe doesn't realize that they've taken, in effect, they've hijacked their identity, and now they're using it for fake reviews. Sometimes you'll find it's even stock photography that they use. Even famous people get used from time to time. So it really is unreal. It literally is unreal what they're doing. Fake reviews are bad, but there's an even bigger scam that's taking down genuine businesses like yours today. But you can protect your business if you know where to look. So watch this video next and I'll show you how to avoid those 7 other scams that businesses are being hit by. I'll see you on that video.